A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back once again to HJN. So for this piece of Season 5, which, once again, for those who might not have already known about it, this will probably be my last leg for HJN. 5 seasons total, and 6 going on 7 years worth of time for HJN. I started this all the way back in fall of 2019, and now we're at the point in which that we're not only going to be at an anniversary for the series, but also because it's going to be a good time to eventually close things off. Just like I did with HWH and Nerf Secrets Revealed, and I'm also going to be closing off a few other series of mine within the next couple years or so. Anyways, R.E.M. is what I have in mind for number 2710. Now keep in mind, like some things I've talked about, R.E.M. is going to focus on a few different contexts. But one of the biggest would have to be that R.E.M. is actually an acronym meaning Rapid Eye Movement. This is a phenomenon that typically occurs during one's circadian rhythm, in which that a person naturally feels the need to go to sleep, which can depend on who you are and how your body works. For me, I'm typically anywhere between a 6 and 7 o'clock sleep time every single day. Back in the day, however, mostly for the fact that I've had to wake up early for school, I had to wake not much earlier in comparison to what I have going on now, in which case I'm known to wake up as early as 1 a.m. and probably as late as 3 a.m. for the most part. Rapid eye movement is, of course, the movements of one's eyes, typically as a result of melatonin displacement. But R.E.M. allows for the eyes to jolt around while they're closed, which is pretty subtle, but yeah, you can't exactly see it happen on this part. Maybe if one could get a much closer look, then it's possible for me to give a good demonstration. But the point is that rapid eye movement is mainly there because of one big factor that comes when everybody goes to sleep: dream sequences. Yeah, rapid eye movements are in fact the stimulation in which that the mind eventually plays out the phenomenon known as dreams. Dreams of which that can relate to a lot of things in our daily lives. Or of course, it's just our supposed escape from a lot of the things that take place during our daily lifetime. It could be the work that we have to do. It could be the finances we might struggle with on occasion. It could be familiar matters or things going on with your friends. Sometimes dreams can be played up into nightmares. But the thing is that regardless of how the whole thing works, rapid eye movement is the ultimate trigger that lays out the dreams for the brain to process throughout the night or the time at which that you typically go to sleep. Anybody out there whom has gone in the fields of medicine or the mailing department, like myself, I've been known to be awake usually in the middle of the night. Not long after midnight happens, of course, but at the end of the day, or night, or dusk, dawn, twilight, yeah, we're always ready for a good night's sleep. And R.E.M. is going to be there alongside the mass melatonin production from the pineal gland and the process of sleep over time that eventually plays out into one big dream that lasts for hours on end until it's time for us to get up. I'm typically able to do my waking up without the need of an alarm clock, but I still keep it around just in case. Time ends up trying to slip away from me, as that is the one thing that I have to count on. Because without it, my hours of work can't be done properly. And many other things probably can't be done correctly either. Well, I feel like that wraps things up for this piece of HJN. So I hope you enjoyed this piece and many others that I will have to offer in the future. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more HJN.